Benny and Darci Lynne Farmer joining us on the line. Darci Lynne, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Darci Lynne Farmer, a very popular ventriloquist, winner of America's Got Talent Season 12, and just 14 years old, an incredible story that you have. So let's get into it. Why ventriloquism? Why did you get into that industry?
I really came across ventriloquism randomly. I used to do these little beauty pageants, and I met a girl at one of them, and her talent was ventriloquism. And I had never ever seen it before, and it was like a kid seeing candy for the first time. I was so mesmerized. I wanted to try it so bad. And so I asked her for tips and pointers, and I taught myself in my bathroom mirror.
Oh, wow. Self-taught ventriloquism. I'm sure at school you probably use that to mess with teachers, right?
I actually have tried that once, and I tried saying my teacher's name with my mouth closed and pretended to read my book, and then she just looks over and she's like, "Really, Darci? Really?"
That's incredible. See, I was the kind of person that would mess with my teachers constantly in school. So I guess it's good that I'm not a ventriloquist, but you certainly are a very good one. So how do you do it? What's your secret to being such a talented ventriloquist?
I just think hard work, a lot of hard work. I worked very, very hard, practiced very, very hard to get to where I am now, and it didn't come super easy. I had to work at it.
It's an incredible talent you have, and you've been able to come up with quite a few characters, a plethora of them: Petunia, Oscar, Edna, Kate. How did you come up with all those different characters?
They all kind of came about differently. Petunia and Oscar, they both came as gifts, and Edna I picked out, and Katie I designed. I mean, sometimes I get the puppet first, then come up with the personality, or I come up with the personality and try to match a puppet with it, and sometimes it takes, 20 minutes, or sometimes it takes like weeks. It's all very different.
Well, it's an incredible talent you have, and I'm really looking forward to being able to see those cast of characters at the Delaware State Fair. We'll get into that in a second. I do want to ask you, though, you're 14 years old, and you tour the nation virtually nonstop. You have an incredible work ethic, but what's been your favorite place you've been able to perform so far?
I loved performing at the Ryman in Nashville. I loved performing in this outside venue in Michigan. It was beautiful. We were right by one of the fingers of the Michigan Lake Michigan, and it was really pretty there. I love New York, and I've never been to Delaware, so Delaware might be one of my new favorites, so we'll see.
I was going to ask you, Delaware is your next stop. Your talents will be on display for the Delaware State Fair July 24th. Get your tickets at darcilynne.com. That is DARCILYNNE. .com, darcilynne.com. And this is going to be your first time coming to Delaware. Are you excited to come to Delaware?
I'm very, very excited. I can now say I've been to 40 states, so I'm going to be checking Delaware off.
There you go. We're excited to be able to be the next check on that list. So you've been to 40 different states. That's incredible. So what 10 haven't you been to?
Oof, I don't even know at this point. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, I need to write out a list and check everything off.
Well, I'm so jealous of you. You get a chance to travel at just a young age of 14 years old, and I've only been to maybe five or six different states. I don't get to get out that much. Okay, so let's get back to your story. Season 12 of America's Got Talent. We mentioned it before. What a season it was. One of the really incredible moments for you on the season of that show was you got the golden buzzer. Did you expect that from Mel B?
I did not. 100% did not. I went in that audition that day with really low expectations. I was excited, but I was like, all right, they're probably going to give you some constructive criticism and you'll be on your way and try again next year. But I just didn't imagine that reaction. It was so surreal.
No, I can imagine it was very surreal. And the entire process of America's Got Talent is probably got to be so intriguing. What's the process like for the part of it that we don't necessarily get to see with a TV show?
Usually the behind the scenes is just a lot of preparing and practicing and having fun with the contestants and making new friends, making memories. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure and it's very, very stressful to prepare for the live shows and practice a lot, but you really just really, really fun. The fun weighs out the stress.
Darci Lynne joining us here. So we get to the final week and talk about pressure. The final week of the show, it's you versus 4 other contestants, Angelica Hale, Light Balance, Sarah and Hero, and Mandy Harvey, and you pull out the win. What was that moment like for you?
It was crazy. I remember like standing there waiting for Tyra to say who won, and thinking to myself, all right, your second place is still good. Second place is still good. And I just hear my name, and I'm like, wait, come again? Is that my name? I think I got it wrong. And then I was just like, you didn't get it wrong. This is so crazy.
Oh, that is an incredible moment. I can imagine just kind of being in the moment was just so surreal. And now, of course, you're out of the moment. We look at season 14. It's underway, and they're into the judge cut rounds. Do you still keep up with the show at all?
I try to. I get so busy nowadays, but I do try to keep up, yes.
So they're into the judge cuts, as I said. Do you have any advice for maybe some of the contestants right now, the current crop of contestants, going into the judge cut rounds of America's Got Talent?
Bring your A game. Bring your A game.
Here we go from Darci Lynne herself. You got to bring your A game and to win America's Got Talent. Now, back in January, you get to return for their Champions edition of the show, which was pretty cool. And you came so close to winning and came into second place to Shin Lim, an incredible magician. What was it like to make that comeback onto the show and get that far?
Oh, it was amazing. I was just really glad I was given the second chance. And getting second place in World of Champions in the whole world it's still such an honor, and I was so happy for Shin Lim. He really deserved it. He's amazing. But yeah, that whole experience was just incredible because I met so many people from different shows like Britain's Got Talent, Spain's Got Talent, all of that, and it was a really cool experience for me.
I can imagine it had to be pretty cool to get that close again. And, I mean, you beat out Susan Boyle, which is a pretty cool thing you can hang your hat on. Moving forward, I'm jealous that you got to do this. I have always wanted to host a Christmas special, and you got a chance to do that. The 2018 Darci Lynne's My Hometown Christmas. You got to do a duet with Lindsey Sterling, Toby Keith, Hunter Hayes, to name a few. Lonnie Chavis from This Is Us was able to be there, and then the judges from America's Got Talent were all in a skit. That's such a cool show. What was putting that program together like?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, I got to, learn new things about TV and really, experience the whole, filming and blocking and all the cameras. I learned so many things that filming day, and it was just so cool. And, having the celebrities on, not like me being on their Christmas special, but them being on mine was just so weird to think about, but it was really cool.
Now, how cool was it when you started singing and Toby Keith came out? And I'm a huge country music fan, and Toby Keith's like an icon of country music. That had to be a pretty surreal moment.
Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. I mean, I love his song, Red Solo Cup.
It's a great song. Are you a country music fan?
A little bit, yeah.
There you go. It had to be a pretty cool moment to be there with one of the icons of country music. Now, would you ever do another Christmas special? Because you've been a part of a few, and now you've done one. Are you thinking of another one for 2019?
I'm not sure. I think I would love to do that, but we'll just have to see.
There you go. Let's keep people teased a little bit there at Darci Lynne on Instagram and Twitter if you want to catch up with that. Final question. All right, you have an incredible story, still so much to tell because you're so young. What's something that you dream of doing or doing in the future that you haven't done yet? A huge performance, maybe a TV special? Is anything like that on the horizon for Darci Lynne?
I would love to maybe landing acting role. I love acting. And also I'd love to write original music. I think that would be super duper awesome. But we'll just see what happens in the future. I'm just taking it step by step.
There you go. Keep up with the future of Darci Lynne at It's Darci Lynne and DarciLynne.com. Again, get tickets for the July 24th show at Delaware State Fair, DarciLynne.com. Darci Lynne joining us. Darci, thank you so much for your time.